Hello from the garden. So, just wanted to share an update. I know it's been a little while, kind of like the explosion of the garden. This is the garden bed that's closest to the compost bin, and this is where I had all the peppers. So you'll see peppers here, here, and here. My basil plant has completely exploded. Other basil plant also really big. This one's pretty full, not as big as the other one, but I keep picking off of this one. This is that Genovese basil. But these basil have gotten so big that almost my marigolds have gotten buried in here. Everything is flowering. We just had a rain a moment ago, so that's why everything looks really wet. Um, so yeah, everything looks really good over here. This has been vining, so these are the bush beans that I had grown. I was taking the chance because we were just having a really unseasonably nice bit of weather, so I was taking a chance, and they're doing good. And as you can see, they're growing right up the top of the fence here. Hang on, let's bring you over to the other side of the garden. So this is where I had planted all those sweet potato slips, and if you recall, they were really thin, and they had definitely suffered some transplant shock. Well, the shock is over, and they have now started to climb up the various supports here that I put. So if you recall, I put a support here, and we already had this here. It's the other side of that other garden bed. So these were all the original transplants, and then here's one that I brought over from one that had grew out of another sweet potato. But everything else from kind of the first half of this bed was from those original transplants. If you'll see down here, I'm actually almost ready to pick this one. I've got a cute little cucumber over here. I think there's another one on here. Let's see if I can find it real fast. It might be over. I can't recall. I know there's two. Why it's not sticking out to me right now, but if I find it later, I'll share. But they've got two good sizes. I've got one over here. I thought I have one over here, but it's somewhere in here. I'm just not seeing it. There's so much happening in the garden that I can't see it all. Yeah, but somewhere here there is another one. In either case, I've got my Japanese eggplant. These are coming along. As you see, these are getting a little bit bigger. This is a small one. But these ones over here are doing really good. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here, and there's another tiny one over here. So these ones are doing pretty good. There's a tiny one there, but there's another good size cucumber, and we already harvested another one. It's just been lots going on, but here are my what in the world are these? Marigolds over here. I did go ahead and plant some zinnias over here, so you'll see that those are here. Just thought it provides a little pop of color to the garden bed. I added a little bit of local compost to the bed, so if they look a little bit richer, that's why. We got our onions still continuing to grow over here. Potatoes, those are still continuing to grow. These are the sweet potatoes. This one over here has completely exploded. So this is like sweet potatoes, and then I think a sprinkling of okra in the back there. But all of these are sweet potatoes, and they can coexist because the okra grows really tall, and the sweet potatoes vine. So I don't think they bother each other at all. My zinnias, as you can see, they are beautiful. I still have a couple over there that's still yet to flower. Same thing over here. I have two or three over here that still need to flower, but they are gorgeous. I love these zinnias. Like, I'm so happy I put them in. But these have been really great. Looks like my zucchinis are about to peter out, so we're okay with that. I've gotten lots of zucchini over the last few weeks. I didn't succession plant. I'm okay with that. I've got some what do you call it over here? Some of the okra over here. These are my volunteers. There's some weeds over there. Honestly, the whole area over there just needs TLC. This might be a weed, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to leave it alone until I know for sure. And if it is, we'll yank it out. No big deal. My husband's like, what is that? I'm like, I don't know, but I pulled things out before, not really knowing what it was. And then it was something else. So we don't know. It could be a weed, but it's a pretty thick stalk weed, whatever it is. It's real thick. We're not messing with it right now. It is what it is. We're growing stuff in harmony over here. Everything that was in this green stalk just, yeah, didn't do well. So we're not going to stress about that. It is what it is. But we've got okra over here. As you can see, they're a little bit behind this, but you can see they're coming right along as well. I've still got my onions growing in concert with all the other stuff. So that's great. We've got that stuff going. Let's take a look around the garden. What else do we have going? Over here, we also have some okra. There was a zucchini plant here. I yielded a couple out of here, but it kind of, I think there was some damage or something from one of the rainstorms or something. So that one kind of came down. This section has been so great. And then this section, like I said, I've got some okra here. So what I'll do is probably fill in the bare spots with some extra okra because we've got a nice long summer ahead of us. So we won't stress about that. The whole yard needs a little bit of TLC. As you see, we got weed stuff here growing, but it is what it is. And so we're kind of not worrying about that just this second. Yeah. Well, all in, the garden is doing pretty well, minus the weeds and everything that's overgrowing and some of the things that have kind of come to a halt. But it is what it is. But yeah, I'm looking forward to lots of sweet potatoes this season. I think some random kale just popped up. Like, I literally don't know where it came from. Not worried about it, but it just kind of popped up. But yes, the sweet potato slips that I grew right from the sweet potatoes are doing exceedingly well. They're getting really big. I still have some onion plants over there, so that's going good. So yeah, I'm just kind of letting things flourish where they flourish, and that's what we're doing here. So anyway, very random, full, lots of things going on. But like I said, I just came out after the rain just to give everything a good once over and take a look at how things are doing. And I hope you get to spend some time in your garden. I hope you're having a wonderful spring into summer season. Take care. Bye now.